Hey everybody, this is Casey. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to take a look at GBPAUD. I think this is setting up for a really nice move. And let's take a look. So I am on the weekly right now. And for those of you who are new to the channel, what I do is I go through a multi-time frame analysis. I'm going to have a video coming very soon explaining why this is important. But if you are new and you are not doing a multi-time frame analysis to figure out what you're going to get into in the market, I advise you to learn how to do it and start doing it for every pair. Now, just in short, real quick, the reason that I go through this process is because it gives me the long-term outlook on what a pair is doing. So I know if I'm bullish or bearish, I know how long I'm bullish or bearish. All that great information, and it helps me just plan ahead and know what I need to be looking out for. So what I've drawn here is a 5 candle formation that is known as a swing high. This is important because it shows me, this is what I look for in each time frame, and it shows me where the highest probability areas are that price is likely to reverse. And so I go through each time frame and I identify the swing highs, and then I also identify the swing lows. And this is a swing low. So it's a 5 candle formation. You have a low center candle, 2 candles to the left that are higher, 2 candles to the right that are higher. And this again is a swing low. The opposite is a swing high. Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of this, and I am on the weekly time frame. The platform I'm using is SmartTrader. I like the smart technology. I'll be showing you guys a little bit of it as I move through this analysis. What I really like is the smart Fibonacci tool. This is not the same thing as AutoFib on TradingView, as several people have pointed out to me that it is. It is not. This information is proprietary to MTI and SmartTrader. What it does is it finds the Fibonacci sequences in whatever, time frame you're looking in, and then it forms new fibs as the market prints, as price prints. So I'll show you a little bit of that, but if you're interested in taking a look and trying it out, you can risk-free for like $5, less than $5 for 30 days. You can do that by clicking the link below the video. Test it out, see if you like it. It takes some getting used to. It's a little bit different than TradingView, but in the long run, it's accurate. It's worth it. So, anywho, I am on the weekly time frame. I think this is going to give me more than enough information that I need to figure out what I'm going to do in this market. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is grab my line tools. Now, in TradingView, I use raise, but I like the line tool better here. It's just cleaner and easier for me to navigate through the charts. So I go ahead, I drop it down. I do have templates saved based on the time frame I am on, and they're color coded so that I can pull it up on my phone and go real quick and figure out what's up. So I've identified my swing high. I have the 5 candle formation here. I have a high center candle, 2 candles to the left that are lower, 2 candles to the right that are lower. This is an extreme high. Then I go in and I look for my extreme low. My most recent low is here. And then if we look left, I didn't look left to pick this out. I look right here. I've got a low center candle and 2 candles to the left that are higher, 2 candles to the right that are higher. But if I look left here, price reacts at this area. It reacts in the zone. If I keep going left, price reacts here. This is an area I want to pay attention to. More importantly, if I look here, this was an area of resistance over here to the left where my mouse is back in July 2017. It's an area of resistance. Price came through and then dropped off. Price broke through, came back, retested this zone, and continued to bounce around in this area, but making higher highs and lower highs. So this is an area I definitely want to pay attention to. Okay, so this is my extreme high. This is my extreme low. I'm going to drop down to the next time frame, which is going to be the daily. And in between these 2 blue lines, I'm looking for my next swing high and my next swing low, that 5 candle formation that we talked about. So to do it easily, I just trace from my last high. Here's my high. Here's my low. Here's my next high. So I'm going to grab the line tool. I am going to drop it there at the very top. And I'm going to choose, what am I on now? Daily. So daily is red. Now for my low, I'm going from the low to the high to my next low, which is here. So I'm going to put this here. There we go. And I may even want to, let's see. I think I'm going to have to go down to the hour on this one. So I'm going to drop down to the 4 hour. And within these two red lines that I've identified, I'm looking for my next high and my next low. So this is the low. This is the high. This is the next low. But if I look, this is too close for me to draw a line from this red line to this bottom. That's like what, 100 pips maybe. I'm looking for long-term areas. So I start to look left when I don't have anything else. So I go here. This was a low. This was a high. This was the next low. Still relatively close. This is the area that I want to pay attention to. This next high. So I'm gonna drop this here. Now look here, this was resistance and then price broke through, came back. This is support. If I go back left, this area is going to show as support and resistance. Resistance here, support, resistance, resistance, in a sense, the zone. And if I keep going left, it's going to show me same thing. Resistance, resistance. Like this is the area, resistance, support. So this is what I want to pay attention to. So we are on the 4 hours. So I'm just going to change this template to the 4 hour template. And then I'm going to go back up because I don't think, oh yes, I can. So on the 4 hour. So this is my daily high and then my next low, my next high is right here. So I'm going to grab my line tool, drop it, and then look left. I mean, right, my other left. And let me see if I have another. That's my next area. Then there's another area here. I might go down to my hourly. But I think that just looking at this spatially, that's my next, that's my hourly. Yep. See, that's where price is right now. So I'll go down a time frame because that's where price is right now. So I just, if I was to go down to the hourly, you see, that's our area. So I'm going to move it up just a smidge. All right. And then I'm going to back out. I'm going back up to the 4 hour. Okay. So I got these zones identified. You'll see lines right here. I like the lines again better in SmartTrader than I do the zones because it's just a cleaner look to me. But you have to remember that price does not come to a line. It comes to a zone. It comes to an area. And typically how I measure my zone, if we have a wick, I'll take it from the bottom of the body of the wick. Excuse me, the bottom of the wick to the bottom of the body of the candle. That would be the area I identify as my zone. I can draw it out just so y'all can see what that looks like. And so, and I don't think, let me see if SmartTrader has the feature for me to extend. They don't. So I would literally have to drag this. And then I would just match it up with my, the time frame that I'm on. So this looks like it is, what did I say that was? I can't remember. 4 hour at that color. Yeah. And then the purple is an hour. So you would have to manually draw this out. Again, I don't like them. I don't mess with them. So not in SmartTrader. In TradingView, yeah. But here I don't. But for the purpose of doing this video, I am going to draw it out for y'all so y'all can see. All right. And so I'm just going to duplicate this. I'll adjust it if necessary. As far as the wick size, yes, I do need to. So, and then I'm gonna make this purple. Yeah. Okay. Then I am going to do the same thing for the area down here. And just see, yep, that's a good measurement. And I'm measuring by here. So here's the bottom of the wick to the bottom of the body of the candle. And I'm going to just turn this zone red so that when I pull this up on my phone, it's easy for me to recognize what is happening and going on. And then I'm going to take the same thing, just copy it, paste it, pull it over. and make it blue. That's ugly to me. Now, I don't like all these colors. I like the cleaner, but for those of y'all who do use zones, it should be easy for you to read. I'm going to go back up to the daily. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my fibs in here. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to get rid of this. I know what the lines mean. Y'all just going to have to follow. Okay, so I'm gonna get my fibs, and I'm gonna start at the lowest point. And so this is the smart technology that I was referring to. I'm gonna start at the lowest point below the low, and I'm gonna click. See how that just popped up and formed? Pretty freaking awesome, right? So it finds the Fibonacci sequences for you so that you can get a better idea of where you are, what's happening. So what it looks like here, where we currently are right now, I wonder why. Okay. Okay. So what I see right here is an A and a B boundary, right? And so price is searching for a C right now, in order to pull back. Or actually, no, I take that back. Price did find a C. So this is A, this is B, this is C. This is a 23.6 pullback. So you're probably wondering, like, why are these levels color coded, right? So they're color coded because everything in between the black lines, the A and the B, are considered retracement levels. I like to think of them as entry levels. Everything above are take profit levels. So color to color, you match it. So if price pulls back to a blue level, you take profit at a blue level. If price pulls back to a green level, take profit at a green level. Price pulls back to one of these red levels, you can anticipate that price is going to take profit at the matching D extension is what we call it. But here in this instance, what we've seen is that price made the AB boundary, which is here, A, B. Price pulled back to the 23.6. And more often than not, what we see is that when price makes a shallow retracement like this, price stalls out at the 118 and the 127, which is exactly what it did. Now, isn't that ironic? We identified this level prior to putting a Fibonacci tool on this as a significant level, and the Fib has identified this as a significant level. So price stalled out here. It didn't have enough momentum to carry up to the 618 D extension. So when we see this happen, again, more oftentimes than not, we see price want to make a deeper retracement. And typically that level is going to be a 61.8 retracement, which is right here, 61.8, right? So I'm just going to turn this green as a potential target where price could come. And what I see, we might get a head and shoulders pattern. Maybe. But this is a 61.8 level. This is where I like to see price come to, for, you know, to go back up and make that matching extension. Let me see how many pips that is if price were to come to this level. Yeah, that's about 1,000 pips move. But what I'm looking at though is I see that price stalled at the 118, 127, came back down to the 236, and it looks like it may have found support. So we may be, well, first, before I go there, I'm getting excited. Y'all don't understand. Forex makes me excited. But so what I would plan for though, so even though I like to see price come down to the 618, right? Safely, I would trade to the 38 too, right here, right? This is the level that I know price can react at. This is the level where price could turn around and go for that 618 D extension. If it were to pull back this far, it could be at the 236 and go back up, you know, to that matching extension, or it might make a deeper pullback before continuing up. But this is a level that price could react at, right? So right now though, what I see is on the daily, we could get a possible head and shoulders formation before price makes a U-turn. So I'm looking at this and I'm just getting closer to see. I see that this was a level of resistance at some point. It dipped off. Price broke through, but price has not come back to test this area. So I wouldn't be surprised at support. So it tested it as resistance, but price has not come back to test it as support. So I'm thinking, I mean, just this is me speculating. This is not saying this is going to happen. This is just Casey in her mind, you know, thinking of stuff, possibilities, potential scenarios that could occur. So what we could see is something like this, right? That's head and shoulders, right? Because we have a neckline here. So we could, ow, Mellow, my cat just scratched me. Stop it. So we could see price make a move up before continuing down to the 618D extension, which would make some sense because here we have this new, yeah. Or price could just come back to 38 too. So let me break this down. This is a level. Let me put let me copy this and put this here. I'm gonna make this red because that is a potential stop loss area. That's a potential stop loss area if this plays out to be a head and shoulders. Let me see if I can get a smart trend line. This is another feature of the technology. I'm gonna extend this. So smart trend lines, what it does is it goes through and finds the swing highs and it connects swing high to swing high. So this may be, let me see if we've hit an extension on the higher timeline too. All right, y'all, I'm sorry. My phone is now on mute. But what I think we may see, it might be something like this, or we could just see, because what I did, I put the down fib on here. So we had a B. Price did a shallow retracement at the 23.6. We've hit the D extension on the downside. So at this point, price has to pull back. And so if it pulled back to where I'm, you know, it doesn't have to, but we've hit a D extension. So typically when we hit an extension, price does a retracement. And so like I mentioned before, to the upside, we had this whole shallow retracement thing. So we had a 23.6 pullback, a 118. Price is trying to form a swing low. We won't know for the next 2 days if this is indeed a swing low. But after it's made the shallow retracement, price is probably going to go back to make a deeper retracement, which aligns with the fact that I think that we may see something like this, or price could pull back even deeper. It can pull back all the way to the A, but what it looks like to here is that we have the potential for a head and shoulders formation. That's just what I'm looking at. We'll see if that's actually going to be the case, but I'm gonna go down to the lower time frames just to see what I'm seeing there as well. Yeah, so we had the A, the B, the 23.6. Oh, it tested this 3 times. Okay, and then we dropped off, hit the D extension. It looks like price is trying to form a swing low right now. I'm gonna put a trend line on it. Because I'm looking for a retracement at this point. And so you can trade the retracements. People ask me, like, what do you trade? And like, the trend is your friend, but there is opportunity and money to be made on counter trend trades too. And so right now, the down move is a trend, but you know, price has done what it's going to do right here. It might fall a little bit deeper, but if we look left, like this is a level of support. Excuse me. It aligns with the D extension here. And so I'd be looking for a break to the upside. I wonder how many pips this is. And this is 23.6. I would trade safely to the 38.2. If it went to the 38.2, that's higher than what this was. So that would make it not a what did I say, head and shoulders. So like I said, price could pull all the way back to the top. You know, it could break past the top, but I'd be looking at this point for a potential entry for a buy on the short term. Maybe let me see how many pips it is if we get that break. So that's about 200 pips potentially. So I'd be looking for a break on the short term for the buy. And then ultimately though, I'm still looking for a deeper retracement. So I am bearish long term on GBPAUD. It's just a matter of when. Like I said, price could continue down, even though it had this low, shallow retracement here at the 23.6. It could continue down to that red extension, which would have been 230 pips. But we got to see. So in order to determine if I would take that buy, let me go down to the 1 hour. Make sure my trend lines are right. Okay, so we from swing high to swing high. Now we're on the hour. So now I gotta go down. We don't have another high yet. We don't. Let me put the smart trend line on it. Oh, okay. Extend. See, that comes in handy. I kind of saw that on my own, but yeah. So if I get a break and a close above here and a backside retest, so something like this for the short term. Let me make this. Oh, and 2. So if I get a close above and a retest, that's what I'm looking at. The potential opportunity. Something like that. Before figuring out if you know, it's gonna stop at this level and it's gonna be a sell or what's gonna happen. But this is that's what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at for the short term. Where is my circle tool? Ellipsis. Oh Jesus, hold on. Okay, so I'll be looking for entry somewhere there. If we get that break, that backside retest, my stop would be just below this last low, this swing low, if this is a swing low, because this might pull back and then come a little bit deeper to hit that 618. But yeah, we'll see. So let me see if I were to enter here. Yeah, that's a 30 pip stop loss. I'd do that all day. 30 pips, risk 30 pips to make risk 30 pips to make 173. Yeah, that's a good setup. That's definitely a good setup. And then for if price did stop at this level and, you know, make a down move, then I think we'd be looking at what did I say? I didn't say. So to the 38.2, that's 327 pips. To the 61.8, that is about 500 pips. So I think in summary, we may have a potential head and shoulders at play. And I think right now we on the shorter, or even on the higher time frame, we've hit an extension. There is potential for price to drop to this level here, which is the D extension to the downside. But as I mentioned before, typically with these shallow retracements at the 23.6, we stall out at the 118 and the 127. So I'm looking for a retracement at this point, for a deeper pullback, for a continuation to the downside. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching this video. If it was helpful to you, please go ahead and consider giving the video a thumbs up, commenting on it. Let me know your thoughts on GBPAUD. If you're trading this, what you're thinking. And also, if you're looking for a group of like-minded people and traders, make sure you check us out on Facebook. You can use the link below to get instructions on how to access the group. If you want to learn how to analyze charts how we do, keep it simple, clean, simple. I won't say easy, but simple. You want to click the mentorship link below. You also have the opportunity to follow our trades live. You can click that link as well, and it'll direct you to instructions on how to do that. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video. I'm gonna try to figure out how to publish this in SmartTrader. If I'm not able to, I will do it in TradingView, but you will have something. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great evening.